Hello, good day everyone. So welcome back again on another one of our long-running live stream sessions of Armored Core. Yeah, I decided to drop by on Armored Core once in a while because yeah, I'm kind of having some Call of Duty Warzone fatigue at the moment, like a really serious fatigue. So I kind of decided that dropping by for our old Armored Core here wouldn't be a bad idea. So yeah, so let's begin now on our quick what do you call this, quick visit on our old mech game. So just give me a second. Before we begin, I am just gonna start on some tests just to ensure that our live stream is oh, what the hell? What is this going on? Yeah, I was just yeah, kind of surprised that my computer is having some sort of error of some kind. I have no idea what's going on. So just give me a second. This might be something to do with the oh Jesus Christ, what the hell? Okay, give me a second. This is something that I did not expect. Maybe I'm having some sort of I don't know, maybe grounded stuff. Yeah, my apologies. I was testing my systems. Okay, we'll just go for a quick test and see if everything's working. So I am testing now the I'm now testing the my chat box here and see if it's doing fine. Sometimes it does happen.
Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
What the hell is happening with my
test chat?
Okay, that's a great thing. Oh, okay, this is something. It seems that my oh, I'm not sure if this is an external situation.
Test chat.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm gonna go through much more of a test. So before we launch our AC, I need to test some stuff. Basically, this is hardware related on my stuff. Okay, so yeah, my keyboard wasn't exactly doing great. I was okay, but anyway, going back, our systems of chat is doing fine. Everything is okay. Systems all go. It's just that I was kind of testing some stuff, and yeah, I can't help but be concerned. You know, that's the kind of thing I do. Kind of test my systems first. Okay, my mistake on that. I was just okay, just give me a second. Okay, we're doing fine. Okay, so for the record, we are now going on our 130th live stream session. And yeah, it's about time I visit Armored Core. So anyway, I think my computer system is doing fine now. Maybe there's some sort of grounded electrical something's going on, but I'm still testing and monitoring if okay, I'm just gonna go for one more time just to be sure. Give me a second. Okay.
Test chat.
Okay, Twitch, Kick. Yeah.
Test chat.
Okay, I was worried there
Test
for a
chat.
second. I was worried there for a second because I kind of suspected just might be that my maybe I was kind of suspecting that my PC was grounded or something, or having some sort of electrical issue. But anyway, it seems that everything is get to go. So let's begin now. Let me check my weapons for a second. Oh, all right. There we go. So we're still going with the usual armaments. Okay. I think everything else is doing fine with that part. So I'm gonna go now for the nest. As usual, we're gonna hang out with our ranked match team thing. So give me a couple of seconds. I just need to you know, go to the toilet, and then we'll proceed on this one, on this match. Hey guys, so there we go. We're good to go. I was just doing some stuff there, but anyway, we're ready. And see if our lovely, you know, lovely team play, team matchups for Armored Core is lively as ever. I'm expecting that it's already nighttime anyway, so there should be some folks, dedicated folks who are playing Armored Core at the moment. In the meantime, I am just gonna go drop in on some what do you call this, some you know, some stuff that we want to check on YouTube. And yeah, we're just gonna visit something here. So I am not certain if there is people around or still around on Armored Core playing this game, because Armored Core, to be honest, is a very tight-knit community, and you know, there isn't much visitors, I'll be honest, even at this time. The game is nearly 3 years old anyway, so player base would have you know, significantly reduced. Okay, my apologies on that. That was me doing you know, my video. Anyway, if there's not much any crowd on team player matchups, we're gonna go on single player matchup and see our skills there. Oh, what do we got? Okay, maybe they're not playing on well, anyway, this is PlayStation, and on yeah, on Armored Core, they're not exactly what do you call this? They're not. Oh, what do you know? We got well, what do you know? Right, I did not expect that there would be a matchups with this one. I was expecting that the place is already dead, and I'm just hanging out because yeah, I'm kind of suffering from Call of Duty fatigue at the moment. It's just that I went on a beta test and I kind of participated in it, and maybe I'm gonna go participate and do another live stream in midnight. But for now, I am gonna go with my usual program schedule in Armored Core, which I'm not gonna, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna spend some time here. All right, so who do we got in our yeah, on our live stream? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, there we go. I am just checking my stuff here and see if everything else is working. Alright. Hopefully we will not get slammed or something. Alright, so who is our guy for this day? That's me. Okay, well, some. Okay, right. You guys, I guess, never heard of those guys, but glad to see that the team matchups on Armored Core 6 is as lively as ever, and yeah, there's still players, although dedicated player base. So we got also a player, a mech, an AC that uses a flamethrower. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this game, and hopefully I am able to yeah, the usual. I am just wait. Oh, okay, yeah, I kind of forgot. I was supposed to equip my AC as you know, assault armor, but yeah, I kind of forgot. I was supposed to you know, play an assault armor at the moment, but I kind of left the terminal armor equipped. But that's okay, that usually happens. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's go find this guy. Kinda misses the old stuff, you know, yep, there we go, we're back at that guy. Yeah, I'm the flame guy, although my weapons are the weakest, I still have enough firepower here to burn these guys. Oh, great. Hey, holy crap, I'm the only one who's using the flame here. Yeah, I'm the only guy who uses a flame. Oh crap. Hey, that's my style. Yeah, seriously, that was my style. I'm the one who's using an assault. Yeah, well, okay. I was supposed to use the assault armor at the moment, but yeah, I kind of forgot equipping it. Right. But nice fight. Okay, who's our guy? There we go. Yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is something. Flame to flame. Wait. I'm pretty sure. Oh, great. Yeah, okay. Fine. I'm supposed to use yeah, okay. I'm guilty on that. Guilty as charged. I was supposed to you know, I was supposed to use an assault armor, but yeah, I kind of left it. I was supposed to. Anyway, let's go and find this guy. Holy crap, that was fast. Okay, who's next? Oh crap. Yeah, definitely not a great thing. Alright, nice fight guys, nice fight. Not bad for a random fight that we got. Yeah, who would have thought? It's still exciting though, even though I've been not around for a while. I was busy with the Battlefield campaigns and Call of Duty, which I am still doing at the moment though. Okay, but anyway, I'm just gonna change my assembly. I kind of forgot the terminal armor. I was supposed to equip with an assault armor. Okay, let's go. Another one, another what do you call this? Another yeah, let's go for another round with this one. Okay, but in the meantime, while I'm waiting and you know, checking out some stuff, I'm just gonna go check my you know, YouTube feed and see what other folks are doing. Okay, we got humans great prototypes for Visor for Alien. Okay, this is an AI stories or audiobook stories. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that children still hide under the desk for safety. That's what the earliest drills was said. I mean, when I was in grade school, that was what was taught on us. If there's an earthquake, we should hide under a desk or something sturdy, because you know, falling debris kind of thing. Oh, Avalon is also online, but I didn't want to hang out in that because I might get accused of cloud chasing, and that's the least I want to happen. There are some, gatekeepers in the Japanese community. I don't know which because I don't speak Japanese, but there are very, very, what do you call this? They're very, very particular when it comes to their live streams, or more like protecting on their live stream sessions. So I'm not gonna go with that. Well, there's also the comparison of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Battlefield 6. I'm also doing that. At the moment, I'm also participating on Call of Duty. But yeah. Okay, maybe I have to clean this one up because we got a match coming. Right, so okay, who's the match? Who's our opponents with this one? Okay, who do we got? Haito, KSAW, Mark Kateson. Okay, that's great fighters. So who are our opponents or teammates? Cory Fox, Ear Dragonfly, and of course me, Operator 214. Alright, so let's start, and yeah, let's fight our way. I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get the lumbering thing first. It's much more. Right. Okay. right, okay, my mistake. I kind of forgot. It's always interchangeable. I always kind of forgot that I am on assault armor now and not on terminal armor. Yeah. Okay, but anyway. Alright, so the green team is our opponents. Okay, that's not great. He got exploded. Wait, hey, where are those guys anyway? They're supposed to be here. Right. Okay, have it done. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, he got exploded. There is a wacky thing. Alright. Right. Yeah, I was I was kind of searching on which one is which, and yeah. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna burn you alive. Hopefully, we get something out of this. Hoorah! Yeah! Not bad. Great fight, guys. Great fight. Good community. Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. Burn that guy to the ground. Yeah, where's that guy? I'm pretty sure the green. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm also the flame guy. The flame guy, see, everybody knows that. Right. Yeah, not bad. Great game. I got hit on that one. Oh, well, yeah, that's the thing when it comes to, playing Armored Core. The rounds are much shorter. I just wish that I have that, they should make an update on that, making it, the standard matchup will be around 5 minutes for total vehicular chaos. But it's just too short, even for my standards. Okay, but anyway, we did get some experience because we won on that. So yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad, guys. Great fun. Okay, we'll just go usual stuff. I'm gonna go for team matchups. Maybe on my next live stream on Omicron, I may go on one-on-one, like a one-on-one type of, one-on-one type of fight. Oh, Rita Lockspear. Oh, how's Rita doing? He's kind of decommissioning his own. What do you call this? Decommissioning his her old model. Probably had to check a look at her. I haven't visited her for a long time, so let's just
I would
drop
highly
by on
recommend
her content.
monday.com because it can streamline your operations. And tech
It's like a gaming. Wait, no, it's called Bread. It's called Bread.
Uh-huh.
It's not even on discount anymore.
Right.
If you want to buy this same one, this is my desk. If you're wondering, does this fit in my room? Barely. Like, I kid you not. This is 1/3 of my bedroom. My desktop is 1/3 of my
Yeah, I
bedroom.
kind of dropped by a message saying
Like, my
that
room's
he's...
definitely too small for this.
Okay. I'll probably have to continue that later. We got a match going
Hello,
on.
LOL.
Oh, hello there. Good day, Adamesh. How is it going? Thank you again for dropping by. So I decided to do a live stream today, but I'm not gonna go with my usual FPS. I'm just kind of visiting my old, my old mech in Armored Core. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of revisiting my old, game. So how's it going for you, Animes? We got like only a couple of days left before Battlefield opens up, and we will finally lay to rest now. In a couple of days, Battlefield 2042. Well, not exactly race, but it's gonna be an inactive for a long time. Alright, so yeah, I'm kinda... Oh, okay. Right. So for the moment, while I'm, I decided to drop by here on old Armored Core 6 and play some mecha game. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Nice. And yeah. Okay, for the moment I am just burning some guys down with my old death robot. And participating in the mecha.
Been waiting for so long, haha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody's waiting for, everybody's waiting for Battlefield 6, including myself. You're not the only one, and it's practically, I think, almost 2 million folks globally are waiting. I haven't checked on the Steam sales, though, Animes, on how many copies Battlefield 6 sold within just the last week. But last I checked, it's 500,000. Or it kind of ballooned now to 500,000 wanting it. And yeah, let's be honest, with the disastrous open beta of Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Ops 7, instead of at least chipping down or making the numbers of copies for Battlefield 6 go down, it instead did the exact effect. Yeah, exactly. It kind of, copies for Battlefield 6 kind of increased. It's like ridiculously increased, like 500,000. Yeah, that's what I think that is the latest news I heard on Steam, but I could be wrong. It might be more, but I'm pretty certain it's not less. And yeah, that's a good reason because I participated as well in the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 open beta, and well, how would I say it? I would just say that the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 open beta was underwhelming to say it kind. It's well, I'm not impressed, honestly. I'm not impressed on Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's just it just felt like it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. You know, way back, you know, the game that I kind of played 20 years ago, or nearly 20 years ago. That's anyway. Just to make the story short, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is not gonna win any fans at this round. Yeah, I'm pretty certain on that. And I don't know. The devs are gonna have a hard time defending that game. seriously, they will have a hard time defending that game on how the game you know, how the game make it more appealing. But the game is still entertaining. Yeah, Call of Duty. When it comes to entertainment part, they still have the edge when it comes to being entertained for FPS gamers. But they just don't have the charisma at the moment. I don't know what went wrong on their development as a game. Call of Duty has its own flavor, of course. Call of Duty centers most on a squad-based special operations type of division, but they're not exactly the army like compared to Battlefield 6. Oh,
I
hello!
heard they'll make Bo free on the Battlefield launch.
Oh no, that's not. I think that's a mistake. It's Black Ops. You know, Black Ops 6 ODN. And thank you for dropping by on my live stream. Yeah, thank you. And nice to see you around again, ODN. I think the promo says, if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of making Black Ops 6 as you know, as a free you know, free to play for a number of days. But honestly, that kind of marketing desperation, it's not gonna chip away or slow down Battlefield 6 at the moment. I'm just gonna type it this one, Black Ops 6 free to play. So just give me a moment here just to clarify that information. Yeah, I think it's kind of.
Ah, sorry, Bo, haha.
Oh yeah, that's okay. ODN, that's okay. But honestly, even though that's okay, we're gonna give a plus for Activision and Microsoft that they're really under desperation mode. Yeah, they're really under desperation mode just to you know, at least salvage the situation on how bad Call of Duty situation is at the moment. But free to play at the moment, it's you know, if you're in the business, I'm just saying in the business, like, you know, your business is in trouble if you're doing a lot of free stuff. Seriously, I mean, I myself, if I was on the business of any business, food, video games, or even clothing, I know my business would be in trouble if I'm giving away free stuff just to sway customers on my side. I mean, if you're it's what the Americans call leverage. If you don't have the leverage, you're definitely giving free stuff. But if you have the leverage, you're definitely not gonna give any free stuff, because you know, you have the advantage, and people will pay on your product because you have the leverage, you have the edge, no matter how pricey it gets, because it's, you know, it's kind of one rule in capitalism, of course, in you know, business-wise thing. If you have the leverage, they will pay, no matter how you know, how disadvantaged customers are. But in Call of Duty's case, you know, your business is hitting the rocks if you're giving something for free. Yeah, seriously. And the only reason aside from going, you know, if your business isn't in trouble, the only reason why you're giving away free stuff is also for promotional reasons, like what happened on Battlefield 6 Open Beta. That was a great move to give free stuff or free gameplay because you're promoting something, and it did work effectively on their side, on their business. It you know, a lot of people are convinced that Battlefield 6 will definitely deliver when it comes to FPS games. And but anyway, it's too early to tell. It's still 2 days before we see the actual product of Battlefield 6. For all we know, there may be some errors on Battlefield 6 that we don't know of. I mean, on on the open beta, errors and bugs are still noticeable. So we're not sure if the devs or EI has even corrected that issue. Kind of like the situation in Battlefield 2042. They kind of overhyped some things and they didn't even bother to correct those bugs until the dying breath of Battlefield 2042. They still haven't corrected those errors, and when I still play Battlefield 2042, those errors and bugs are still present up to now, which is I think 5 years after its launch, half a decade. So yeah, that's the thing. But for the moment, I'm not hanging out with Call of Duty. If I'm gonna hang out with Call of Duty at the moment, it's more like offline content. I'm not gonna go live stream of that because I'm gonna do Black Ops. So.
I didn't even know that Bowman even existed. LOL, and they were like, Bow is out.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You're right about that, Animus. I mean, it just went under the radar. Nobody even noticed it. Okay, for being a Black Ops, okay, fine. Black Ops 5, kind of like with Black Ops in the sense of video games. Nobody even knew it was there. So yeah, that's the thing. After playing the open beta for Black Ops 7, I am really certain that if I'm the devs of, Activision, I am pretty certain that my product is indeed shit. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this roughly in a profane way. It's they're really in hot water, and they kind of got overshadowed by Battlefield 6. But anyway, let's hope that Activision and Microsoft would learn something out of this experience, and who knows, right? There's always room for improvement. Maybe they could make up for changes on Black Ops 7 midway with those update patches and some stuff. And who knows, they might even improve their product on Black Ops 8. But that will be, I don't know, maybe half a decade away. Yeah, just saying. And if I'm not mistaken, Black Ops isn't the only IP line that Call of Duty has. They still got Warzone, they still got Modern Warfare, which may at least salvage the situation. Yeah, I am just saying that. And frankly, that's the thing about my criticism as well on Black Ops 7 when I tested the open beta. Theme-wise, Black Ops 7 is more like a future shooter. Just think of it as more like a Titanfall or sci-fi, sci-fi FPS shooter. Titanfall or Advanced Warfare in some cases, or okay, I can't really think of any sci-fi shooter aside from Advanced Warfare. But that's the thing, the game itself is not, theme-wise, it's not targeted for everybody. Yeah, that's the hard truth of it. Some people don't, they don't kind of dig on sci-fi stuff. Still, people will, most people still dig on the actual grand basic type of weapons and theme-wise. So yeah, that's the thing. That's one criticism I can say on Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
I kinda wonder if they ever remake COD War.
COD what? Oh, Call of Duty World at War. I'm not sure about that, but capitalism. They may.
LOL.
They may. Yeah, they may. They may. That's a possibility. Businesses they may, but. Honestly, I'm pretty certain I don't. Even if I, as a normal casual FPS gamer, if you think it and be biased to Call of Duty, you don't really know how to squeeze yourself out of this kind of situation. On how do I Call of Duty Black Ops 7 performs right now, I'm not. Yeah, if you're the dev, you're definitely gonna be in deep brainstorming thing how to get the situation out or how to salvage it. Yeah, definitely, Animus. It's more like Battlefield 2142. Actually, just to think of it, Battlefield itself is not a site. They also have issues of their own, like the sci-fi themes. Think of, say, yeah, on your case, Battlefield 2142. That's also a great example. People on the FPS shooter, sci-fi wise, they don't really kind of like it. But I don't know. There's some comments that I read or watched on YouTube that they say Battlefield 2142, despite being a sci-fi shooter, it is in fact a great game. It kind of just feels more like Command and Conquer Tiberian something in an FPS flavor. But yeah, that's the thing also on what happened on Battlefield 2042. It's kind of futuristic. You know, they nearly ran the franchise to the ground because of that. Okay. Compared to Battlefield 2042, at least the sci-fi theme of Battlefield 2042 is a little bit more grounded. It's not that far on future tech. It's not exactly although there are some equipments that they have or themes they have that are kind of questionable, but the core thing here is that it's still plausible for being at least at least in some ways a little bit more stick to the ground or kind of thing. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh yeah, by the way, since Battlefield 6 is gonna be released within 48 to 72 hours, yeah, people might be start paying respects now to Battlefield 2042 and give it a proper burial. Yeah, either cremation or burial, but even though Battlefield 2042 is a little bit more like the odd child in the franchise, it still deserves a proper burial in respect. Although you have to bury it now. Or uninstall in a gaming sense. Uninstall it on your PC. You know, say a little words before you uninstall and permanently put that franchise to the ground. But I don't know. I mean, there's still Battlefield games that even though it's now obviously that it's already dead, they're still kicking us, and it still has a dedicated fan base. Take for example Battlefield 4 game. It's already been what, almost a decade, I guess. It's already replaced by Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042, but there is still a dedicated fan base and people are still going on Battlefield 4, the gameplay. In fact, if Battlefield 2042 is not that appealing, the next thing that you would go for the franchise is Battlefield 4. And I think Battlefield 4 will be a solid thing in years to come. Years after it's supposedly obsolete now. I'm just saying this. But let's see on what Battlefield 6 has to offer. I mean, I'm pretty sure open beta they've made a lot of changes from open beta to actual product of Battlefield 6. And I don't know. I kind of heard some news that they nerfed some abilities in Battlefield 6. I mean, it was good on the beta, but they kind of nerfed some abilities. Some of those I do not agree with, and they shouldn't have it nerfed in it. Like for example, the vehicles. The vehicles now, they don't have auto replenish. I think that's what I heard. If your ammo runs dry while you're inside the tank, well, your tank is basically a useless piece of hunking metal from that point. So yeah, it doesn't replenish unless you have an engineer or you're an engineer yourself. And on the engineer, which of course that's the role I'm gonna play. You cannot dual-wield anti-aircraft weapons now and anti-armor weapons. You just have to choose one, either one. On the open beta, you can wield both of them. So if you're really annoyed with an air unit, you can just swap weapons. And then if you're annoyed with a tank, or somebody has a problem with the tank, or your whole company has a problem with that raging tank on the area, you can just simply swap it out for an RPG. Yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, we'll probably see that later when the actual game released 48 hours from now or 72 hours from now. But for me, I'm not gonna get it on the first try. I'm still trying the. I'm not gonna poke my head on the first jump. I probably have to monitor that several times after its release and see if if the water is fine for Battlefield 6. If it's not, and then it's saving me some money. But if it's fine, if it's looking good, I don't see any reason why we should buy a copy because well. But yeah, that's one thing I hate about digital copies. I'm not really comfortable, to be honest, with the new policy of the recent policy with digital games, that you can't play the games unless you're definitely 100% online. I still like the old days of the games where you can play it offline, or at least in some extent, have at least a LAN party option. Oh yeah, speaking of which, yeah, that kind of reminds me. How about Black Ops 7 have a LAN LAN option? LAN parties. I mean, the technology has advanced really. The technology has already advanced. I think it would be great if Call of Duty would bring back that kind of option. I mean, having LAN, having LAN parties or reviving LAN parties like in the old days. And computers nowadays aren't really that big compared to, say, 2007 era or 2000, where it takes up at least a whole desk. We have now laptops. Gamers now have laptops as an alternate for those games. I myself use a laptop in playing my games. Yeah, I mean, my point is that you can cram a lot of people now on LAN parties compared when it was.
I like that better.
Yeah.
Make or include a offline LAN option.
Yeah, revive the. I think we're on the same page on that, Animus. Revive the. Revive the old practice of LAN parties. And no one's gonna harass you, because if he tries to, say a lot of nasty stuff on your ears, you can just simply, get up on your desk and then smack your opponent. I mean, let's face it. There's a lot of people are more polite in LAN parties back then compared to online, online matches, because they know if they say something not nice, your opponent on the other side, which is what, 2 feet away, will definitely go to his desk to slap you. Yeah, it kind of. And aside, yeah, that's also one thing. It kind of revives the same. Well, that huge what do you call this, internet shop thing. It's good for the business having LAN as well.
Also, make the game playable offline.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's one great thing. That's a great idea, actually, ODN. That's a great idea.
Haha, yeah, internet cafe moments.
Yeah, I still remember the good old days when I was, in the internet cafe. I think the largest internet cafe that I visited during that time, there was 100 players on each side, and that was Counter-Strike. The game was Counter-Strike, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the game was Counter-Strike, but I am not sure if it was version 1, version 2. Counter-Strike, it has a lot of versions. But the thing here is that internet cafes back then were definitely large, just to support those LAN party things. Like that shop that I visited somewhere in Manila back in the old days, they had 200 computers on the same room. So you can imagine how large the floor space was of that internet cafe. Say you can fit, I don't know, okay, well, anyway, it was a large space. I'm not very good at measurement. I'm just saying that, internet cafes back then on those LAN parties were definitely huge. Like, well, how do you fit 200 computers on a floor space, right? So that's definitely a large thing. And it was very, very nice, because your opponent, you're fighting an opponent who's basically just on the other side of the room. And you're fighting a massive scale battle at that time. But anyway, Counter-Strike is kind of forgivable back then because of technological limitations back then. Counter-Strike game was heavily infantry-based type of, FPS shooter. And they don't really, I don't know. They don't. They didn't. They didn't evolve the game. They didn't make improvements of it for the past 20 years. Even Counter Strike 2 at the moment, or CS:GO 2. I could say that they're. I don't know. They're not really. They haven't. They haven't changed over the past 20 years or so. Don't get me wrong. Being Nostalgia Classic is a really great thing. That's the flavor of Counter
cafe
Strike.
near our school closed the moment we graduated.
Oh.
I like to think that's because kids next on our generation are only playing on tablets.
Yeah, indeed, that is. You're right, ODN. Indeed, you're right. I mean, I guess I was still around when internet cafes was at its peak. But I think I also saw it's of course it's decline. Consider ourselves still lucky, ODN. I mean, we kind of see the decline of internet cafes. We kind of witnessed that kind of event. The rise and fall of internet cafes. Maybe because things got portable, technology got improved, internet connection became less expensive, and devices have been more powerful, like tablets. But I think there were still internet cafes way back on the Dot games. I don't know about that game, Dota. I think I'm pretty sure that was Dota, or what do you call that game? MOBA or something? But I wasn't around on that, and I wasn't playing that kind of game. I was during that time I was kinda.
The internet cafe now got replaced into an actual coffee shop.
Yeah.
How dare they stand where he stood?
Yeah, it kinda. Yeah, that's the thing about internet cafes. They kind of devolved and became a regular coffee shop. But there's still coffee shops that provide Wi-Fi. However, the device is only entirely up to yours. So if you got your tablet or PC around, or your laptop, you can still play games on their network. But yeah, it's just that but that's understandable for internet cafes. They have to evolve their business. But back then, cafes are always associated also back then closely with internet. If there's a cafe, a coffee cafe, bet our butts that there's an internet or computer or somewhere on their floor space. Nowadays, it's very rare that I even saw an internet cafe. I mean, on my area, I couldn't find it anywhere. And I've already searched it around my area, like 1 square kilometer or 2 square kilometers near my house, and I couldn't find any internet cafes, or at least the gaming internet cafes. There's still cafes, but not for gaming. It's more like for business type, like printing. It's more like a print shop rather than for gameplay. But gameplay wise, I couldn't find anywhere on my area yet. So I guess pretty much internet cafes are pretty much on the extinction level right now. Well, not exactly extinction, but they kind of de-evolve. I think the internet cafe that I was using 2 years back, it kind of closed down now. Last year. Yeah, last year. So technically in my area, there's no more internet cafes for
I gotta ask, what's your memorable moments on your internet cafe experience?
Well, that's one of my most memorable, internet cafe experience. Going to an internet cafe where they have 200 computers and all of them are playing Counter Strike at the same time, LAN game. So you can see how messed up, how busy the online LAN party at that time. Imagine each side, counter terrorist and terrorist side, they each have 100 guys, so you can't really tell who's whacking who. And the shootout on those games, it kind of lasted for about always more than 20 minutes each round, because there's a lot of folks shooting around. But it was a really nice it was a nice it was one of fond memories back then. There's always small-scale internet cafes. Oh yeah, and also, you know, internet cafes were pretty common back then. They kind of sprang out on each street that in your area. Like on this street, there's an internet cafe. You walk at least 2 other streets nearby, or 2 or 3 blocks from your house, and there's another internet cafe. But now, 2025, yeah, I guess that's one sad thing. You can't really find any internet cafes for, I don't know, for 2 square kilometers. I haven't gone any further from 2 square kilometers because, you know, that takes a lot of time to scout each and nook and cranny for that. But, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna go check my cat. I'll just be back in a couple of seconds. Okay, my apologies. I had to check my cat every now and then. Wait. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I had to check every now and then because my cat always roams around, and you know, cats, they it's kind of like having you know, kids without actually having kids. They always do something you know, weird. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, well, at the moment, I'm just hanging out here on Armored Core, you know, kind of doing a Nostalgia live stream because, well, I admit, I kind of missed it old vehicular, you know, vehicular combat thing and mecha fighting like Gundam, but I'm not a Gundam fan myself. I hate, well, not exactly hate, but I don't like Gundam. The mechs are too overpowered compared to this one. But, yeah. I'm kind of like you know, hanging out here. After all, this is the game that kind of made me hooked up on Livestream. So yeah. Well, actually, I was already doing Livestream a couple of years ago, but it's more like a boring single-player games. So yeah, I'm it's kind of like my first multiplayer game, and honestly, I'm kind of fatigued right now of that FPS games. It's just, I don't know, it's just painful doing, you know, playing offline. Even on offline, I'm just playing Call of Duty. It was really a painful thing. Participating on the open beta, it was just, I don't know, it's just like the flavor, I guess. Oh yeah, that's one other thing about my complaint about Call of Duty. Their so-called ricochet anti-cheat system, it's not 100% effective. It's intrusive. You will have performance issues on your PC. Your PC will always restart every now and then, and there's a possibility that it might crash compared to you know, the anti-cheat system of Battlefield 6. It's although the anti-cheat system of Battlefield 6 is not 100% perfect. It's still also intrusive and have performance issues. But you know, the anti-cheat engine of Call of Duty is not optimized. Just to be kind on that criticism, it's not optimized. They still need a lot of work on that. And there's even ongoing social media posts in Facebook that cheaters are still shooting other people on the wall. Yeah, seriously, they and anyway, we can't really even see if there's actual cheaters because when I participated in it, you can't really tell. But there's a kill cam, of course. But you will notice on that kill cam that your opponents behave kind of differently. Like they were expecting you to go through that wall or through that area. Like they know like 10 seconds in advance. Okay, I'm not accusing because there's some people who are really good at FPS games and I'm not one of them. But sometimes I kind of find it suspicious myself, especially with the ongoing rumors that cheaters still exist. on that game, despite the ramped up, buffed up version of ricochet anti-cheat system in Call of Duty. There's still some users who you would find their behavior a little bit odd, just to say the least. Like, they knew you were there, they knew that you're coming like in advance for 5 to 10 seconds. It's like they can see you through the wall, something like that. But anyway, who am I to say, right? There's no exact direct evidence. Even Killcam doesn't show that. But I just hope that the devs of that game would at least start first with the anti-cheat system, make it more efficient than it was and robust. Because despite what propaganda they signed, I don't think they did it. They didn't try hard enough to make it that anti-cheat system work as best as it could. Because they saying in Facebook, Facebook things that they have blocked it 98% on that. But I'll be honest, it kind of feels more like it's a reverse number. It's more like, instead of 98%, it's more like 89%. You still got the remaining other percent that they are unaccounted for, that still go through that anti-cheat system. But like I said, it's open beta, they still have to refine it, they still have a month to fix that. Okay, but anyway, yeah, where was I? Sorry, I got distracted with all that chatter. Okay, but anyway, so for now, I'm just gonna go through with, I'm enjoying my time with my live stream sessions with Armored Core, nostalgia stuff, and yeah, maybe I'll continue playing FPS, but on the offline kind of basis, or all offline function. So for online live streams, I'm gonna hang up here for a while on Armored Core. It's been a while since I visited this place anyway. Okay, boom. There we go. One good thing about Armored Core is that they really have a dedicated fan base. It's small but very dedicated fan base that continues to play this game. Like yeah, but mostly the dedicated fan base here in Armored Core 6 is mostly Japan. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Another round has passed by, and voila. Nice, nice. But that's one thing about games. As long as it has a dedicated fan base, although small in number, it will still be continued to, you can still go for content or producing content with that game. Okay, let's go for another. I'm just gonna go check on my YouTube feed and see what disaster is open while I wait for more disaster feed that I might pick up. So, oh, okay, what's this? Unplayable offline. Oh, oh wait, speaking, this is Black Ops 6. Okay,
I've been playing Armored Core 2. Got tired playing Delta Force.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think that's a great move. Once you get tired on some, once you get tired on, as a gamer, if you get tired on a franchise, but still want the game, try to shift on franchise every now and then, yeah. It really, kinda gets you a breath of fresh air once in a while. No, I'm not sure what happened on Delta Force, I'll be honest. I mean, some people are saying that it's a good alternative as well for FPS games aside from Battlefield, but it even has a console launch if I'm not mistaken. But there's also some complaints about Delta Force saying that they haven't improved the product. They kinda said that the errors or the bugs that were present are still, I don't know, are still there, and at the same time a lot of people have been complaining about the monetization scheme of Delta Force. I mean, I'm just saying it honestly. That's what I heard on Delta Force. I haven't played Delta Force myself, but yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, there we go. What's this? Playing while older. Okay, free devs. Wait. I'm not gonna go for Black Ops 6. Black Ops 7 is already out, so I'm just gonna go. Check on some live streams here. Not live stream. I mean, some feeds on my YouTube. Oh, Army Man. Okay, but this was like
Sometimes a little RTS games because I haven't bought new games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice thing as well. A nice tactic. You should also play RTS games. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, ODN. Yeah, the RTS game industry is kind of like not in great shape at the moment. Back I kind of witnessed that back then, a few decades back, that RTS was booming. Remember Command and
Delta
Conquer?
Force for me got a little goofy in the skin department.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, ODN. Yeah, but the good news is it's not the only one who has some problems with skin department. I mean, Battlefield 2042 has that. Battlefield, not Battlefield, Call of Duty franchise is notorious also as well. So, okay. Right, I guess it kinda, fell on that skin things. But anyway, going back on our topic. Yeah, RTS games. There's not much RTS games around at the moment, to be honest. Ever since EA bought the, household name, like Command and Conquer, RTS games definitely went straight to the graveyard because of that. I mean, it's one of the more, well-known franchise for RTS games, like a household name. But, I can't really think of any RTS games at the moment. There's Halo RTS games, but I don't think it's really. I don't think it's that popular compared to Command and Conquer franchise. Now, Command and Conquer is okay, but the problem with Command and Conquer franchise or their latest installment, things got goofy on there. It's kind of like, instead of having a darker, grounded, realistic type of RTS gameplay, like you're a general commanding a big army, when EA handled the franchise, it kind of felt more like goofy,
CM3 games.
Yeah.
Really hope they bring back generals.
Yeah. I mean, ever since EA handled that kind of Command and Conquer games, they really kind of killed the franchise. No, seriously, they kind of killed the Command and Conquer games. So, yeah, EA doesn't really have a great reputation when it comes to handling IPs. They always have a notorious reputation of, kicking it to the ground. But there's a time, honestly, that RTS games were booming, like in the early 90s. Or back when I was a kid and a toddler back then. I mean, I was in grade school when I always hear the word Command and Conquer Red Alert. The first Red Alert game. I mean, the more grounded and realistic Cold War type of, RTS gameplay. It's still a classic up to now. I mean, what, 30 years have passed? And it's still a classic. It's still memorable, despite its developer have already been long dead. Yeah, I was just saying, Command and Conquer, I think the best in the franchise for me on the Command and Conquer, the best is still the old one, the Command and Conquer Red Alert. It's grounded, it's dark, gritty, and more like an alternate universe story where the Cold War became a hot one. With Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, not really great. More like goofy, I'll be honest. But there's also one great, Command and Conquer franchise, the Tiberian Saga thing. Command and Conquer Tiberian Wars 3, yeah, that was a great thing on the sci-fi department on RTS. That was, great storytelling and great RTS gameplay as well, for RTS guys. And just don't mention the Command and Conquer 4 thing. That was basically trash, I'll be honest, when it comes to, or the black sheep in the Command and Conquer franchise. I mean, just saying on RTS games. There's also an ancient, other RTS games that have been never heard of, like Dune, but that's more like loosely based on the sci-fi novel of Frank Herbert. And it's not exactly that well received, I'll be honest. I mean, there are a ton of RTS games back then. I just can't really recall. The only ones that I can recall right now is Command and Conquer franchise. Oh wait, yeah, of course, I kind of forgot. Yeah, let's not forget as well as StarCraft. You know, everybody knows that. The first StarCraft game. The first StarCraft game, although, you know, sci-fi, it was also a big hit for an
I remember my
RTS.
brother and cousins used to take me to the internet cafe.
Yeah.
A lot of people were playing it on LAN. Never understood what is happening because I was a small kid that time.
Yeah, indeed. I guess that we're on the same situation on that, ODN. But back then, I kind of figured it out, you know, after a few, you know, visits on the, you know, internet cafe, that it was actually a strategy game, StarCraft. But yeah, I remember it fondly. I mean, StarCraft, that game.
Oh yes, StarCraft 2.
Yeah. It was, it's the same, it kind of launched at the same time, at least on the Philippines. It was a direct competition with Command and Conquer Red Alert, the first game. The first Command and Conquer Red Alert game. If you can't think of any RTS games back then, think of StarCraft, and then the next thing, or Command and Conquer Red Alert, and you know, those two games go hand in hand during that time. Both of them are great games. I mean, StarCraft, although it's a little bit sci-fi, the thing that it excelled at was the game was well balanced and well rounded. So you can play any faction. It's so well rounded that you can play any factions that you wanted without any problems. And it's not, you know, it's definitely balanced. You can either play Protoss or that insect-like Starship Troopers Zerg thing, or you want to play as you know, a pro-humanity thing like me. I always play Terran when it comes to, or Terran faction during StarCraft. Yeah. And I could wait, you know, I could have played, well, it's a shame that, you know, that era was, you know, YouTube wasn't even born yet on that era. But if YouTube was already around on that, we could have tons of hours on, you know, Let's Play alone, on uploading the gameplay or gameplay on that. But back then, you know, YouTube was yet to be born back then at that time. Speaking of which, YouTube is around, I think it started around 2006 if I'm not mistaken, but well, YouTube wasn't really that, it has limited upload, you know, upload speeds and upload memory compared to what YouTube is now, nowadays. But if YouTube was already around when StarCraft and Command and Conquer, you know, Red Alert was
oh yeah,
already
now
there.
You mentioned it. They made StarCraft for free.
Oh yeah, always, yeah. Even though that, but honestly, even though they made StarCraft 2 for free, StarCraft 2 didn't match up the fan base. You know, they didn't match the fan base or the dedicated fan base as it was on the first StarCraft game. A lot of people have been complaining about it, that StarCraft 2 factions were some ways unbalanced, and it's not as appealing as it was on StarCraft 1. In particular, Zerg players, they didn't like the Zerg faction. They acted more like an organized army instead of a brainless, you know, a brainless hive. They're kind of, you know, the Zerg faction was more like an organized army compared to back in StarCraft 1, where they're just basically animals like aliens or xenomorphs kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, StarCraft 2, they were great when it comes to graphic. It was a great improvement, and I think the thing that killed StarCraft 2, to be honest, is that they made a sequel game far too late. Like, it's more than, I don't know, 11 years, 12 years before they make a sequel from, you know, the transition time from StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2. By the time they released StarCraft 2, people have already moved on, forgotten, and, you know, made other contents aside from StarCraft 1. So, yeah. And up to now, that's also the same problem with Blizzard. They haven't followed up the, you know, a sequel at that game, like StarCraft 3. But anyway, that's on them. I'm just saying it and even if they make StarCraft 3, I don't think it's gonna be that popular because too much time has already passed for them to have make the opportunity to make a sequel on that game. Just saying, of course, because you know, when I was a kid, I played a lot of StarCraft, you know, the first StarCraft game, and I always played the faction of Terran. You know, Terran faction. I just kind of love the idea that humanity always crushes any, you know, any aliens kind of thing. I'm a sucker for that. Where no matter how, you know, mysterious and weird the alien is, like Protoss, or how animalistic the aliens like the Zerg, I always crush them with tanks, nukes, and lots of boots on the ground. And with an addition, of course, with battle, you know, spaceships like battle cruisers, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, another one since you mentioned it. Warcraft.
Oh yeah, oh crap, yeah, seriously, yeah. Great mention. Great mention of that, ODN. Yeah, Warcraft is also the same league as StarCraft. In fact, they have the same developers. The only difference of those two, you know, games is that StarCraft is more like sci-fi. Warcraft is more like, well, medieval, or more like a fantasy medieval kind of series. But I'm not sure what made World of Warcraft, you know, what made that World of Warcraft go down. I mean, if I'm not recall, at least a decade ago, Warcraft has even its own movie. I mean, although it's not as popular, of course, but I still watch the movie. You know, that little green orc thing, and it was supposed to be, you know, yeah. It was a fantasy medieval thing. I'm just saying that, you know, Warcraft is a big hit for RTS. That 3 games, Warcraft, StarCraft, and Command & Conquer. So you got 3 choices on that, 3 flavors of RTS back then during that era. If you want to go medieval, like way back in ancient, you know, ancient game, go for Warcraft. If you want to go sci-fi, if medieval fantasy wasn't really your thing, go for StarCraft. Or if you're not into medieval and more on grand-based and realistic type of RTS gameplay, go for Command & Conquer Red Alert. That's really, you know, that's a really great game. Oh yeah, speaking of which, ODN, that kind of brings me to other RTS games that were, well, it's kind of like least mentioned, or more like rarely mentioned. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Civilization RTS game. Oh wait. Okay, Civilization is not exactly an RTS game. It's a strategy game, but not RTS, more like turn-based. So we're just gonna count that out. And Age of Empires, yeah. That's the funny thing about Age of Empires. It's kind of like a fantasy world history thing. You kind of start with, you know. Yeah, it's kind of like a fantasy.
Dang, kick him in the balls, haha.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a fantasy. You start from the Bronze Age or the Stone Age all the way up to the Iron Age, but that's about it. It's they don't go anything more modern on that.
Oh, Civ Sim.
Oh yeah, Civ. Yeah, I was you know, Civilization. Civilization 2 was one of the best on the franchise, even though there's already Civilization 7 out there. It's already the 7th iteration.
Yeah,
of,
Age of Empires.
Yeah, Age of Empires. Those two RTS games, or strategy games. Those two are, you know, more like the honorable mentions when in the RTS era of games. But I go for Age of Empires rather than Civ. Although I played both of them, Civ, I can't say that. Like I said, Civilization is not an. It's a strategy game, but not RTS or real-time strategy thing. It's more like a turn-based thing and historical drama. Or historical something. But on the old franchise of Civilization, or iterations of Civilization game, I think Civilization 2 was the best. It was released on PC and PlayStation 1 during that time, and it's one of you know, it's still remembered up to this day, even though there's already Civilization 7 at the moment, which was released last year. Age of Empires, I got no news what happened to that. But I know it's still an honorable mention. Maybe it's a dead franchise. I wasn't really an Age of Empires fan. But I kind of played it. I kind of played the Babylonian faction, if I'm not mistaken, or Egyptian. Oh, that's also an RTS game.
Oh,
Yeah, I
have
kind
you tried Total War Shogun?
yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah, Total War Shogun, but I never tried that game. But it's kind of a past RTS games way back 20 years ago. It's more like deals with the subject of feudal Japan, you know, Japan history, civil war. But it kind of didn't appeal on me because I am not, you know, I'm not familiar with Japanese culture, and it's not really my kind of thing to meddle with domestic civil wars on a nation. Kind of, you know, the flavor wasn't really just, you know, the flavor wasn't really. I'm not into that kind of, you know, Japanese civil war feudal thing. I still go for, you know, civilizations and more like the general, much more macro type of RTS. But yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah, that War Shogun. That's around 20 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. There's also the less, you know, less fantasy RTS game known. I'm not sure if you remember Frozen Throne or something like that. Oh wait, that's Dora. Oh, I think. You know that kind of. I kind of, you know, I kind of recall that name. I mean, I kind of know. I'm familiar if I kind of take a look at that. I just can't really remember it. It's kind of like there's a samurai, there's a Ronin. Battle Realms, yeah, of course, yeah. Now I remember it. Battle Realms. That's also one of the RTS games, although it's, I don't know, it's not my kind of thing. For an RTS game, that's not really my my type. But I kind of saw that on the internet cafe back then. And that was, I think, one of the last days and eras. It was released on the last days or eras of RTS gaming, which was, you know, yeah. Yeah, it was already being replaced by FPS gaming back then. You know, that was one of the dying days of RTS gaming.
Battle Realms.
Yeah. Yeah, Battle Realms. Yeah, exactly. Battle Realms was, you know, they kind of released on the dying days of RTS gaming. Back when it was already the dying days of that RTS gaming, and will be and was already being replaced by FPS. I mean, Battle Realms did see the, you know, final days of the, you know, RTS gaming genre, which was, you know, it was already around, or was released when Counter-Strike was already in its infancy at that time. So yeah, Battle Realms, but don't get me wrong, Battle Realms is a guy. It's just that it's just released at a wrong time. Oh, hello there, Flame Lord. Thank you for dropping by on my live stream. Thank you. And
used to play it on the internet cafe. But
yeah.
yet we played it later on the dying days.
Yeah, it was well, I did kind of try Battle Realms for a couple of hours on that RTS game, but it's not really my kind of thing, or maybe the public isn't really interested in RTS game during at that time. It was the dawn of FPS gaming at that time, first-person shooters, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. And Halo, actually. Halo was already around when, you know, Battle Realms. Oh, hello there, Animus. Yeah, nice to see you around again. So yeah, me and ODN were kind of chatting around on the, you know, the brief history of RTS gaming back then. You know, the good old days, like an era or an eon where RTS games were, FPS games wasn't around, and it was still RTS that was king of, you know, king of the hill on video gaming industry back then. So yeah, that's what I, of course, witnessed. I witnessed it, you know, the rise and fall of RTS gaming, and then FPS gaming. But I think FPS gaming is still kicking strong. It's just that, especially with the release of Battlefield 6, it only proves that FPS gaming is still around.
LOL, nah, I was here just returning greetings to Flame Lord, haha.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I guess, yeah, well, speaking of which, yeah, Flame Lord, you got a catchy name. I mean, I love flames. I mean, at least on, you know, flames here in Armored Core 6, you know, stuff that spits fire and explodes.
Dang, that guy's getting burnt. That shield was prolonging his death, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Bro, I vowed to do another Counter-Strike Neo, haha.
Oh. yeah. The good old days of FPS gaming, Counter-Strike. Speaking of which, I don't know what happened to Counter-Strike. Last I checked, I heard that Counter-Strike 2 was released. I mean, at least on FPS, that was 2 years ago, and it's being released for free or something like that. But beyond that, I got no news on what happened to Counter-Strike or CS:GO Counter-Strike 2. I mean, I was just saying. Oh yeah, maybe I have my YouTube. Maybe let's go take a look on our ever trusty YouTube thing. yeah, I know I don't trust YouTube as well, but that's my platform at the moment. So let's just go type in Counter-Strike. Okay, Counter-Strike. Oh wait, CS Go 2. Okay, that wasn't really helpful news. Well, it's still going. See, we have this, guys. But this is a year ago, exactly by the time CS2 was released. Not much news. Kind of like an ancient thing. A year, maybe 6 months. But Counter-Strike is more like a competitive game, not the
It's just
thing.
CS now.
Oh, okay, CS2 now. Okay, they kind of shortened the name. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of remember that when it was. I think the earliest memory I have when it comes to Counter-Strike was Counter-Strike Beta 5 back then, and it was just a mod of Half-Life game. You know, a SWAT mode of patch. It was a mod. It was a mod. You know, law enforcement mod patch of Half-Life back then.
Still up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a McDonald's man. Yeah, you're right about that, ODN.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Yo,
Oh.
is that a McDonald's mech?
Yeah, I kind of patronize McDonald's Mac right now. But I can't really get the logo. Or maybe there's a logo on Armored Core that has McDonald's, but I just haven't encountered it yet. The only thing I encountered right now is Jollibee. See? I got the Jollibee logo. There we go. But I kind of like it. It's kind of like a branding, you know, a Philippine identity for a fast food, or branding on the, you know, Philippine food industry. So I'm sorry. sorry. McDonald's is
That
an
is
American.
a Ghostbusters reference.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right, okay. No. It's not a Ghostbusters reference. It's more like a fast food logo, Flyboy. It's well known locally. Every Filipino knows that logo, but only few people kind of know it. If you're, you know, it's kind of like a unique identity thing. And there we go. I got blasted away. Right. It's kind of like a fast food. They're kind of competing with you know, well, it's still a small scale you know, fast food compared to giants like McDonald's, Burger King, or even Wendy's. But it's very well known locally in my area.
No, I'm talking about the dogs and cats living together. I was referencing Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I didn't get the that kind of reference. Okay. My apologies on that. I was
That McDonald's mech is using ear shots.
Oh wait, seriously, okay, I wasn't aware. Wait. Okay, I guess I kinda misread your message, Jody. Right, let me check about that. I'm not sure where's that McDonald's thing. Okay, I can't really see it on my angle because my avatar's kinda blocking. I guess everybody has its own
It's
humor.
all good.
I guess everybody has its own humor when it comes to food. And I mean, I have my own humor. They got their own humor thing. Yeah, well, I can't really say that I have a McDonald's. Maybe if I encounter that again. Yeah.
That orange and yellow mech, ha ha ha.
Oh, okay, okay, right, right. Okay, I didn't notice that. Honestly, I didn't notice the detail. Okay, there we go. Well, what do you know? Time easily went by, and I'm just hanging out here on, yeah, on Armored Core 6. But I'm glad that Armored Core 6 team matchup is still lively as ever. I guess the usual downgrading of ranks every now and then kind of helps in keeping the room refreshed and the lobby always filled up with players, or at least for the dedicated fan base. They're not, you know, they're not granted to the A rank and S rank. They're kind of, you know, pulled up here on the team matchups, or they kind of thrown out here. But I think it's a smart move, although generally I kind of dislike it because you have to, you know, you have to always be online and fighting on the arena for Armored Core. But I think it helps up with the content. You don't have black
I mean the
lobbies.
paint pattern looks like a McDonald's.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay, right, okay, I get now the idea. Okay, okay, my apologies. I am kind of slow in picking up stuff when about that. But it's not exactly a direct McDonald's logo, so I think that's yeah, that's okay. Oh yeah, speaking of which, yeah, there are other fast food, well-known fast foods out there. I mean, in the Philippines, we have Jollibee. America is obviously McDonald's. In Australia, there's Hungry Jack's. I don't know on other nationalities. Or what is their you know, logo or signature fast food trademark? The only thing I know is Australia, aside from the Philippines. They got Hungry Jack's back
I tried
then.
playing it on the morning, but I guess there's no one playing on team.
Oh yeah, yeah, indeed. That's the thing about Armored Core. It's only certain hours of the day because the small dedicated fan base is mostly in Japan. And I guess in Japan, they're you know, they're kind of free on these hours at around nighttime. So if you're gonna play ODN Armored Core 6, it's since you're Filipino like me, it's advisable that you play it at least around 8 at nighttime, all the way up to at least midnight. That
Also,
time
hello
period.
from Louisiana, the state of water.
Oh, hello, hello, yeah. And wow, I didn't know Flamethrower, you came all the way from Louisiana. I mean, I've been there once, but it's just only a short period of time because you know, my IRL occupation kind of you know, makes me you know, move around from place to place. But Louisiana is a nice place, although it's very hot on summer. Like, it's really really hot. It's like I'm not sure if it's it's as hot as Florida or Texas, but I know it's somewhere in between those two areas. I can't really remember the exact place in Louisiana, but I've been there at least, if I recall, twice or 3 times. But just only for a short stay. Like, well, just a day, I guess, or a couple of hours. But I was there on summer. And yeah, that's one reason why I kind of remembered Louisiana. Is because it's, you know, it's kind of hot. I mean, at least for, you know, from a guy like me. During summertime, it's as hot as you know, the Texas summer heat. But nice place, nice place. I mean, it's kind of like Florida in Texas City. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. Still got the orange guys. I'm gonna go. Alright, there we go, back in one guy.
Believe me, I was born and raised in the state, and oh boy, it gets pretty hot.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I take your word, you're 100% right. I mean, I'm not, I just went there for a visit because of my work, and yeah. Weather is Well, the weather is really hot and humid, much more hotter than and humid compared to my, in my area, in my country. It's well, I can't really say how hot it is in comparison, but it's really hot and very humid. As in, it's really hot. I mean, I was, my working clothes back then was really soaked with sweat. It's really, it's really hot. That's the only thing I can say. Hot and humid during summertime. But yeah, you're on. Yeah, you're right on that, Flame Lord. You're really right on that. Yeah. There we go. Da, 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 da.
It rarely snows except for the more upper parts of Louisiana, make it a bit more snow often than the other parts.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there's still snow in Louisiana. I was kind of under impression that the
Yet Cali is burning too. Sometimes it's so hot that we forget that it was Christmas Day, haha.
Oh, okay. okay. I'm not familiar with some areas on the US, but I do know is Texas and Florida. Yeah, it's really hot on summer. Yeah, that I've been, but it's always whenever I was there for visits, work related. It's always summertime, and honestly, I don't want to go out of my aircon room during that time. But it's a nice place. I mean, compared to on my area, which is on third world. Yeah, nice place. I mean, US is a nice place. Just some people just don't really, see how great that place is. But weather-wise, well, if you've been hanging out with that area, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, you're pretty much gonna survive in the Philippines because the weather in yeah, I hate to admit it, but the weather on that place is really hotter than mine during summer. It's just I don't know, maybe it's humid, not
It snowed around January of this year. My whole yard was covered in snow. The most scary and annoying part is the icicles around my house because I don't want my cats to get hurt or anyone else or me.
Oh, okay.
Here
So
we only got 2 seasons, haha.
oh yeah. Okay. That was interesting, Flame Lord. I did not know that Louisiana had snow. I was kind of under impression that it was kind of like semi-tropical thing of weather. I mean, I was under the impression that it never, it never snows there on that area, like Florida or something like that. I mean, Texas do get, or maybe I just haven't stayed enough because in the US because I was just only, I admit, I just only stayed at least a day or two, or sometimes even just only a couple of hours. And I got no idea that Louisiana had snow. I mean, at least compared to say way up north like New York. Yeah. So yeah, I was just saying because I was traveling a lot when I was a bit younger, from place to place, but I never really exactly stayed
Does
long.
snow every year's the last time it snowed when I was little in elementary school.
Oh, okay. That oh, right. So it's only once in a while, like rare once in a while, like 20 years. Okay. Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Seriously, I didn't know that. I always thought, like I said, I always thought that it was a tropical place, or at least from my understanding, it was a tropical place because it's. But yeah, that's the thing. I think Texas is not exactly, during that area, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, it's not exactly like desert heat. It kind of feels more like humid heat. It's hot, but in the sense it's kind of wet at the same time. At least from what, based on my experience on that on that area. So, yeah. That's what I can say. Oh, okay.
The
Well,
crazy part is the one I had around January happens every years. It was like a blizzard.
oh, okay. But every 60 years. Well, I guess you don't have to worry about it after that. You'll just have to worry after 60 years now. I mean, yeah, that's a very long time, 60 years. I mean, it's kind of like a lifetime. I mean, imagine if, say, let's just say that snowed in your area for today. Then the next snow will probably be around, I don't know, maybe 60 years. You're already, I don't know, retired back then, or maybe long gone. I mean, 60 years is a long time. I'm just saying. So I guess that's how rare.
But I can't blame you for thinking like that because Louisiana is mostly water.
Yeah, that's I agree. I came to that place. It's mostly, there's a lot of bodies of water, but I'm not familiar with American geography. I think they say that Louisiana is somewhere a swampy area or something. Maybe. That's the thing. But I do know there's some swamps in Louisiana. There's like in Florida, or you see, gators every now and then. So that's I really have little information about that on American geography. I just kind of based my impression when I was there, which is only 2 days, I guess, or in some cases a couple of hours. So that's it.
But yeah, we do get snow. The normal amount of snow, it's like every years, I think, and I really large snow, I think it's like years, but I could be wrong.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Well, I haven't been on that place when it was snowing, so yeah, I was totally ignorant when it comes to having thought that Louisiana doesn't snow. Okay, there we go. Nice. Oh, sorry, I got hit. Boom. There we go. So yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, Louisiana is a former French colony. If I'm right, some way back in on old American history or something. At least I'm not sure though, but I kind of read it on one information that Louisiana was actually a former French colony or something like that, or maybe.
Hell, I was surprised when I woke up one morning making breakfast and I look out the window. I was like, I'll be damned, my whole yard is covered in snow and the bird bath is frozen.
Oh. Okay, right. Yeah, I think everybody would feel the same way on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, interesting. So,
Yeah, it was sold by Napoleon.
okay. Well, I guess.
He needed the money for his war HA.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, at least I'm glad that you're updated and on the history books, Adamus. Yeah, I wasn't. I got a little, attention span when it comes to reading history. Well, yeah, but okay, right. That's interesting. Thanks for correcting me on that, Adamus. Yeah, it was. Okay, I was right that it was a former French colony.
But yes, people from France colonized Louisiana.
So, yeah, I was just asking, do they still use French language in Florida? I mean, Louisiana. Sorry, in
Yeah, I'm a
Louisiana.
history geek, LOL.
Well, I'm glad you're a history geek. Otherwise, I'm totally, running my head if Louisiana was actually a French colony or not. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm kind of curious. Is Louisiana still have some French language within it? I mean, I do know Florida has some words in Spanish. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thanks for the info. Yeah, I mean, in Florida, they kind of retain that Spanish language in some extent because it's kind of near Cuba, and Yeah, that's the only thing I know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they it's definitely it's already 100% English. English language is being used in Louisiana. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. There we go.
But yes, there are some people who do speak French, but in the French quarters.
Oh, okay. I do not understand that part. You mean kind of like a small community of French settlers, like say French town or something? No, I'm sorry. I'm just clueless. I mean, for example, Chinese have the thing they call Chinatown. That's in New York. Is that that thing French Quarters you're referring to is more like a close knit community of sorts in Louisiana? I mean, yeah. I was thinking. Oh,
My great
okay,
grandmother
okay.
speaks perfect French.
Okay, okay, yeah. Well, I guess that's a rare thing. I mean, French isn't exactly as widely used compared to English. I mean, unless you're actually living in France or in Canada, that's the only in some areas in in Africa.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, French isn't exactly it's one of the common languages, but not as common as it was in English. I mean, that's the only thing I could think people who spoke French. Some areas in Africa, of course, France, and some areas in Canada, and that's about it. The rest of the world either speaks in Spanish and English. Of course, there's some other local languages, but not as widespread, of course. Or maybe if you're Eastern Europe, yeah, they kind of speak Russian there. But only But anyway, referring to French, I could only think a few nice, few nations who still use French as their language. Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, it's a
TH most common language in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's one of the most common languages in the world. I was just saying that it's not as common as English, but it's still common. It's just not that. I guess I kind of rarely encountered French-speaking guys or French, French, unless if we go to Canada or some places in Africa. But I'm pretty sure that's the reason why Africa some countries in Africa speak French, because it was a former French colony. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, Vietnam was, a French colony, but they don't speak French. They never adapted French, I guess. Okay, there we go. But I think most of the colonies are French during that ancient history. I think it's somewhere in majority in Africa. I think in very rare in Asia or even in South America. Oh well, of course there's Louisiana in American continent, but I can't really think of any French colony in South America. Yeah. Compared to say Africa, where I can think some countries that actually speak French, or at least in some ways they have a French language or something. There we go. Okay, I'm kinda distracted. Wait, oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about this one. Sometimes you kind of get, it's kind of...
Crazy part, I'm one of the many rare people who are lucky to meet the great-grandparents. Vietnam is so hot it's moist, lol. Felt a thin layer of lead on my skin, haha.
Oh yeah, Vietnam is, the weather is, I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, Vietnam is
I'm one
not
of the
really a
rare people
comfortable
who are lucky to
place
meet their
weather-wise.
great-grandparents, only one of them my great-grandmother.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, okay. But it's nice to hear that your great grandparents speak French. Animus. I guess you're kind of yeah, but yeah, that's really a thing about Vietnam, and that's one reason why Vietnam veterans back then will complains a lot about how hot and humid the jungle was. Remember, in American history, the Vietnam War. That's usually the most common thing I heard about stories from Vietnam War veterans. They say the place is hot, humid. Even the French was complaining.
Guyana is the big one in South America. Something like people.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, French Guiana. Okay, that's okay, but that that kind of enlightened me on the information. I didn't know that. But thanks for the info, DCT. And thank you for dropping by as well in my live stream. Thank you for that information. I didn't know that France had really had an actual colony on South. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, going back on Vietnam, even the French were complaining that France was a hot place. Even way before the Vietnam War started. They say that they're just saying a lot of stuff that it's it's a really awful place because of the weather. And that's also the thing whenever I heard some war documentaries about during the Vietnam War, war veterans of the Vietnam era, they kind of say that French is not a very good place when it comes to the weather. And pop culture wise, Rambo came as a Vietnam veteran. So Rambo kind of spent a lot of time there, pop culture wise. Okay, he did spend some time in Afghanistan. Okay, point taken, because it was in the 80s back then, and the Afghan war just kicked off.
PvP. I only know about French Guyana as they launch a lot of spacecraft from there.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. You know what? Speaking of which, DCT, I thought that the stage in Battlefield 2042 about some sort of rocket launch in that level was just kind of like purely fiction. But based on your statements, I kind of figured out where Battlefield 2042 got the idea that French Guiana was some sort of space complex thing. Yeah, and I thought it was just purely fiction and sci-fi that French Guiana had an actual it was I was just thinking that Battlefield 2042 just inserted that kind of large space launch complex in there. I kind of know now the idea where Battlefield 2042 game got the idea that French Guiana is a space center. Maybe I guess the French French space program, which had the majority presence of there, or maybe the European space agency or something. But I'm not like I said, I didn't have any idea that France had a colony in South America. I mean Central America, yeah, they have, but not on South America. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Okay, I'm just gonna go for last two matches, and I'm gonna call it a day on the live stream. And thank you everybody for dropping by. It's just it's the least I can do to thank you all for dropping by on my live stream. But it was a fun chat. I mean, it kind of got me hooked up in discussing that stuff. Really interesting information, to be honest. I mean, I never thought that French had a colony in South America. I mean, I always thought they were just, they never went that far aside from going from Africa or east like Vietnam. Oh well, yeah, they did go to the Americas because they kind of got Louisiana back in the ancient times. Yeah. But I think France was during at that era. I think France was one of the superpowers back then. I mean, in ancient times, like maybe 17th century or something like that. Yeah, it was one of the world powers, I think, in Europe, and even on the world during that time. I mean, yeah, which kind of figures because you're not gonna get any colonies outside your actual territory if you're not a world power. And one reason why you know, European countries back then were kind of in the rush to grant as many colonies as you know, back then in history. It's kind of like power flexing back then, like ancient back then. I'm not saying yeah, some people might view that, but we're not gonna view that political. We're just saying how you know, how European powers you know, how they kind of, what's their main purpose, why they extended those colonies on other parts of the world. It's just you know, they wanted to, you know, flex. I think I mean, at least historically, I think they're more like power flexing at that time. And I think if I'm not mistaken, 17th century Europe, it's I mean, it's still volatile. I mean, they still had warring, competing rival nations back then. At least in Europe. I mean, Europe every during that time had wars every couple of decades or so. Napoleon and France, and there's you know, all sorts of you know, warfare during that time. But can't blame them because Europe is a small place compared to other parts of the world. I mean, imagine much of the world's population are in Europe, and the rest of the world, the rest of the world's population have, you know, have very large areas where little competition. So, in other words, there's not much space in Europe compared to, say, Africa or Asia during that time, or even on America.
It's interesting. France was very late to the game when it comes to colonizing South America. France was more focused on the European continent at the time, and didn't really have the naval reach.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm totally clueless on French history there. Okay. But, yeah, I guess that's what happened. But I do know that French was one of the world powers back then. Yeah, that's you know, I mean, at least on my education system, they rarely mention, you know, France. But, you know, it's kind of like a brief mention only. Let's say France was a world power, that's it. You know, the entire history was summarized in one sentence. French was a world power back then. That's it. The rest of any information, we probably have to, you know, the students will have to probably figure out for themselves on what kind of world power France was during that time. I mean, it's not exactly well, or at least well mentioned compared to, say, Spain or, say, England. Yeah, or, well, France was of course mentioned, of course, but not as much as those two things. Okay, but anyway, I'm going through now for my last match for this thing, and yeah. And it has been a wonderful chat session and live stream session with you guys. I mean, I kind of learned some stuff about France. Okay, there we go. But France was well known from Napoleon. Historically. But yeah, but for French people, of course, Napoleon was a hero. And actually, if you think about it, I'm just saying it historical wise, France was more like a precursor to what, you know, democratic governments are, or present day. You know, the French were kind of right when they kind of said that something about freedom for the people or something like that. Although it was a bad thing that they had to chop up a lot of heads, aristocrat heads or monarchy heads during that time. Terribly an awful experience if you're a monarch at that time or an aristocrat. But political view wise, they kind of had the right thing that you know, at least as from what Western you know, Western government teachings are about democracy, that you know, government should be run by people, not by a few hands called aristocrats or nobles or something like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we don't want to say that because you know that kind of offend some parts of the world that have you know they still have a functioning monarch.
Death to the king.
Like for example, like you know we don't want to offend the Brits because they still have the king there, and we don't want to offend several.
Egalite, fraternite.
Yeah. Okay, that's French word. I don't understand that, but I think one is liberty, one is egalitarian or something like that. But yeah, but speaking of which, France has the idea back then of what democracy should be. At least, you know,
Oh,
the
wow.
skeleton framework. I mean, that's one reason why I think most of Europe or most of Europe at that time didn't like France. They kind of, well, let's just say the French kind of overthrew their king, and that sent, you know, a kind of right message that the monarchs in Europe was kind of threatened at that time. No, seriously, that was, I mean, that was the message that was sent during that time, or during that time period. So everybody was kind of, if you're a monarchy living somewhere in Europe aside from France, you know, everybody on that would be probably be very, very concerned on what happened during the French Revolution, and they have good reasons for that.
Veni, Vidi, Vici.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure, Animus, that treating is the Roman thing. That I think that was the Italians. Yeah.
Equality, fraternity, the values
Oh,
of
okay.
revolutionary France and democracy.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's okay. I'm glad that you translated that DCT in English. That's yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Of course, I'm not a French. I don't understand French. Definitely clueless on that. Now, the
Bread,
VTuber-VC.
land, and peace.
Oh, okay. I don't speak Latin, but I think Julius Caesar said that or something. That Veni Vidi Vici, or something like that. I think. Right. Yeah. That's also one of the ancient history things. One of the most successful empires during that time, Romans. But anyway, we're not gonna discuss that because that's a very long history. Even on the high school, when I was being you know, when it was being mentioned to us on world history, I kind of fell asleep and didn't pay attention much. I know there's a guy there called Julius Caesar, and he's bonking a lot of heads and conquering a lot of stuff. It went all the way up to Africa, all the way to the Middle East, something like that. But the thing here is that the Roman Empire was very vast during that time. Something like that.
Yet I saw I conquered was Caesar. But bread, land, and peace is communist, haha.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna refer to it, but you know, here's the thing about communism. Now, theoretically, communism isn't really that bad, but in practice, they kinda made a lot of issues at that time. Like the rise of several dictators. But anyway, it's very common now. We've all known the Cold War scenario thing. You know, the Cold War history. Lots of you know, communist dictators came and went during that time, and boy, they did left a lot of body count. From Stalin to you know, from China, even to Southeast Asia. Even in France, yeah, even in France, they got a lot of body count there, and also in South America. So yeah, but anyway, in theory-wise, communism isn't really that bad. It's more like more equality to the people. However, on how they kind of practice it, it's kind of, well, they just kind of left a lot of rough edges on that. They never kind of polished that kind of
Yet as a
thing.
social philosophy it was fine, but as a system it was terrible, lol.
Yeah, see what I mean, Adamus? That's what I was saying as well. It's a social system in practice. It kind of, well, it kind of fell
Theoretically,
short.
But sadly human greed means it doesn't work practically as a system.
Yeah, exactly. We're all on the same page on that. Yeah, definitely I agree on you all on that thing. On theory, it is nice on paper, but well, you know, if we kind of put that in practice, that's gonna be a little bit, you know, questionable at best. Especially if you're leaving like 1,000 bodies because of that transition thing. Let's face it, most communist governments during when they seized power, they kinda, you know, left quite a body count. Yeah, and even after they were already in power, they still left a lot of body count. From famines to simple, you know, from simple disagreement on opinions, and even on their leadership was also.
The people are as corrupt as the government, because both are human beings,
Yeah, yeah, indeed. That's they kind of. I guess that's the, you know, that's the thing about communism. In theory, yes, it's a great theory, but in practice, they kind of did forgot the part about human factor thing. I mean, how about their leaders and things? So as a result, they kind of left a few couple of million dead here and there. So yeah, that's
No
the thing.
idea how you can chat and play AC at the same time. Some good multitasking right there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But honestly, it's kind of, you know, kind of difficult having two of my brains, or I mean, my brains are kind of doing you know, the same thing. I mean, two different things. But anyway, it's already my last game, so yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this thing, and you know, I'll conclude my live stream. But it was really very wonderful, you know, talking with you guys about that kind of stuff. Oh, okay, wow, nice. It was already finished. I mean, I never really know. I mean, you guys kind of, you know, made you know, the discussion really you know, entertaining, that I never noticed that we're already clocking in on 2 hours. But great discussion, guys. Great discussion, and yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna conclude now my my live stream for now. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Adamus, DCT. Okay, anything I kind of forgot? Yeah, Flame Lord. Yeah, thank you everyone, and anything that I even forgot to mention right now for the time. It was really great and in some ways educational, you know, chatting with you. So till next time, guys, and we'll see you around. Say bye bye. Cheers. And it's been a pleasure talking with you guys, and thanks for dropping by on my live stream. Oh yeah, and also to you, Odien. I kind of forgot.
Always glad to be here with y'all.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention you as well, Odien. So anyway, bye bye, guys. Cheers.